How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope that you guys are all having a good day. If you guys would please give this video a thumbs up. If you guys do enjoy it, subscribe, of course, if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, make sure you guys hit the bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on the channel. As always, if you guys have any movies or shows you guys want me to cover here on the channel, please let me know in the comment section down below. You guys can also find me on Twitch at Douglas447. Stream there at least once a week, whether it's for Battlefield, Halo, Call of Duty, Destiny 2, or anything else you guys suggest for me to stream over there. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Enjoy. So interestingly enough, I always call Star Wars Episode 2 the Clone Wars because I never think of it being Attack of the Clones. And the reason being I always call Star Wars Episode 2 the Clone Wars is because it just rolls off the tongue better. Like, the clones don't necessarily attack anybody. It's obviously a prelude to what happens in Revenge of the Sith. But if you've never seen Revenge of the Sith, you're like, attack the clones. But the clones aren't really attacking anybody. They're just going to war against the separatist droid army. And it's like, huh? Why is it called this? It's just really weird. While this film is 2.5 hours long, it feels like 4. This film is just so long. There's so much talking and walking and running. It's like, oh my god, can we get to the action, please? Like, this is Star Wars, not Star Talk. uh. The film has a huge cast, including the likes of Hayden Christensen, Ian McGregor, Natalie Portman, True Tamara Morrison. I'm sorry, I'm bad at these names. AKA Jango Fett and Boba Fett. Christopher Lee is Count Dooku. Ian McDiarmid is obviously the upcoming Emperor. Samuel L. Jackson is Mace Windu, and many, many more. That is probably the best part of this entire film. Actually, no, I think it would be the Yoda versus the Count Dooku fight at the end. That's probably the best part. Like, just seeing that scene in this film is worth the price of an admission ticket. The dialogue, unfortunately, is just awful. It's like, it's sand, it's roars, it's coarse, it's rough, it's irritating, and it gets everywhere. I'm just like, oh god. Shut up about sand. We all know sand's annoying. Oh. The film is set 10 years after the events of The Phantom Menace, and it shows us the reasons why the Clone Wars started and how Palpatine continues to rise to power by influencing the corrupt Republic from within. Like I said in my review of Star Wars The Phantom Menace, which if you haven't checked out, I encourage you guys to do so. I'll try to leave a link to a playlist that'll have it in there, or you could just use the search engine here on YouTube on my channel. But the prequels, a lot of people view it as the rise of Darth Vader. And while that is happening in the prequel trilogy of films, it's more about Emperor Palpatine and how he's influencing the corrupt society and the corrupt Senate within the Republic. Even the Jedi are corrupt in a sense. They're so arrogant and so pompous. And they're like, nobody can touch us. We're the Jedi Order. We are, they're protectors of the Republic, and their pride and arrogance is one of the reasons why their downfall happens in Revenge of the Sith. There is a lot of mystery. There's a lot of plots, and unfortunately, it requires you to watch the Clone Wars to get a lot of the answers to those plots and to those questions and mysteries. This film starts off the Clone Wars, and then Revenge of the Sith ends it. So if you want proper conclusions to a lot of what happened during the war that this film kind of sets up, you have to watch the Clone Wars show. It's not a bad thing in watching the show, but it is a bad thing that if you watch Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith and you're like, I wanted to see the Clone War, that's mentioned in A New Hope by Obi-Wan when he's talking to Luke Skywalker, in order to get those proper, hey, what happened during the war thing, you have to watch the Clone Wars show. You don't get that in the movies, unfortunately. It is unfortunate that if you want to get proper lore and proper characters, you have to watch other media. So I understand the constraint that George Lucas had with this because of the time. Like I said, this film's 2.5 hours long, and then Revenge of the Sith is like 2.5, almost 3 hours. That film was supposed to be 4 hours long just on its own, which would have been fine with me. Seeing more, pre Empire stuff would have been fine at the time, but we don't get that. Technically, this film is a marvel. Visually, it's stunning. The sound design is excellent, especially the Slave One bomb that goes off trying to kill Obi-Wan Kenobi and his Jedi Starfighter and prevent him from getting to Geonosis. That sound, that bing. I love that sound. It's very iconic. It is Star Wars in that sense. The film does a great job of balancing action, comedy, mystery, and dark material. Unfortunately, it fails with the romance between Anakin and Padme. It just feels awkward, and there's a lot more drama involved in their romance leading up to their eventual secret marriage. It just felt weird, and also, like, Padme, I think she's like, how old was Padme in Revenge? I'm not. How old was Padme in, like, Phantom Menace? Like 14 or something, 14, 15, and Anakin's like 8. Like that's kind of creepy. So, yeah, Anakin's 18, I think, in Attack of the Clones, and Padme would be 24. A 6-year gap isn't a problem, I think, but like when you go back and watch Phantom Menace and then you get to Attack of the Clones, you're like, wow. Like they were hitting on each other when they were younger, and like, good grief, it's gone really far. So it's kind of just creepy. So overall, Star Wars Attack of the Clones from 2002 is an interesting film. I think it's kind of better than Phantom Menace. It's not such a drag and a snooze fest, but it is still, unfortunately, a lot of talking and walking. There are some cool moments, but overall, as a film, it just fails to keep my intrigue for watching it from start to finish. It is a film that I have to watch kind of like in chunks. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. I will be doing a review of Revenge of the Sith and then the original trilogy, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. So look forward to those when those come out soon. Have an excellent day, guys. May the Force be with you always.